Welcome to my channel. It's FTBKINGKYLE, brought to you by NWM Studios. You already know what it means. I appreciate it if you'll like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. You know, if you want to see more. I would appreciate it if you subscribe to all 3 channels. They all have their own unique style. I also stream on all of these platforms if you want to check that out. And if you can't find anything at all, it's in my link tree, link in the description. I appreciate all of y'all and thank you for all the support.
I have never been to Maine. Have you?
Furthest I've ever been is New York.
Oh, do you think it would be nice?
Yeah, carols, water, I think it would be insane. So I'm thinking about letting the kids plan the next vacation.
Plan how?
Pick 3 destinations and then pick from the best one.
Risky. about game time. Bring the pain time.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Takes it inside. The wide open look here for Holiday. It's good from long range. Holiday's got the first points up on the board here for the Celtics. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to catch up with the Celtics head coach. He immediately mentioned that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, of course, is at the top of their scouting report. He told me the key to stopping SGA is defending without fouling. Easier said than done, but try to keep him off the free throw line. And try, emphasis on try, to make Shai a jump shooter. A very tall task, guys.
All right, thank you, David. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Williams, a screen on Brown. Smith's shot is good.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
And Holiday kicks to Brown. Pass to White. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists tonight.
Jaylen Brown has improved as a setup guy. That pass was on time and on target.
Now here's Mack. Holmgren with a screen on White. Porzingis with the steal. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Inside. Rebound by Williams. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Well, some major off the floor news for MP. Just announced his brand new signature shoe will be releasing soon.
And I'm not going to lie, guys. I bet those MP nights will be sweet. I might be asking him for a pair after the game.
And here is MP. After Jason Tatum getting his shot to go from deep. MP sets the screen for Williams. Back to MP. 5 to shoot. And the turnover again by Oklahoma City.
And let's check out a breakdown looking at some data for White. Last year, getting it done. Last season, he averaged 13 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. You know, you look at the numbers and you think that this is great, but we know that he's capable of even bigger production.
You know, the numbers look okay, but the eye test tells us unequivocally he is capable of more. That is the sign of a star right there.
Tatum, that's for 2, and good. He got the English that time as it falls. Tatum's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Boy, it's so clear that Jason Tatum is comfortable shooting from just about anywhere.
Now let's take a look at the most efficient scorers in the NBA from last year's campaign. MP is number 1.
He didn't miss many easy chances last year, and he made the most of the tough ones as well. What a fantastic percentage.
MP with it. White covering. It's deflected and taken away by Brown. Over in the corner, White. The shot's good. Brown making the play. White's got 5. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
They get the rebound. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Boston leading by 10. And it's White missing.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Celtics have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. To the middle, here's Tatum. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you watch Jason Tatum.
We've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Here's MP. Holmgren with a screen on Tatum. MP against Tatum. Back on top. MP sets the screen for Wallace. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Here's Tatum. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Rui Hachimura picks one up.
Well, you like the level of aggression right there from Jason Tatum. Committed to scoring on the interior and draws the contact.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
MP against Tatum. Here's MP. Oh!
Wow.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. At the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Thunder lead by 2. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. Hachimura out there with Lou George. Then it's Chet Holmgren. Then there's Cason Wallace. And it's MP in at the 2-guard spot. Holmgren with a screen on Tatum. Tatum against MP. 4 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Wallace sinks the 3-pointer. Wallace has got the lead up to 3 now for Oklahoma City.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Pass to Fontecchio. Here's Pritchard. Collins, a screen on Wallace. Here's Pritchard. And here's Tatum for 3. Tatum with another miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. MP outside. And the dunk by Holmgren.
I mean, sneaky. When he moves around the floor, Holmgren takes you out of the play, slips past, and just rolls to the hoop.
Pass to Tatum. Fontecchio from downtown. Rebound by Wallace. On the wing, MP. Hachimura setting the pick for MP. Comes up empty down low.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
Pass to Pritchard. Here's Walsh. Knocks down the three ball. Walsh has got 5 minutes.
Yeah, the evolution of Tatum as a passer is evident. This guy more committed than ever to making the right play.
Here's Mack. And Boston with the rebound. This is the first they're seeing of Oklahoma City here. First game of the NBA's regular season for them.
And remember, they won both games in this matchup last year. No small feat.
These two teams could easily end up meeting to decide the NBA championship. Tonight could be a preview of something with more on the line down the road.
The Celtics making a switch here. Hauser's checked in. And Oklahoma City with a change here too. Topic just checked in. Here comes... Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T
Boy, the
5G Slam
explosive
Cam.
finish at the cup by MP. He might have surprised himself, folks.
Even before the game started, you could feel the energy in this arena, man. They fed off that. Big time home court advantage.
Taking a peek now at the upcoming schedule. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Celtics out in front as they end the second quarter on a 14-6 run. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White, and it's Brown in at the 3 spot. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Floats it up for Holmgren, and taken away by Brown. Pass to Tatum. Porzingis sets the pick for Tatum from deep. There's Tatum's range on display.
You have got to be in Tatum's space. This guy is such a terrific range shooter.
Holmgren the screen. Here's Matt. Off with the layup.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
I tell you, this guy is capable of some amazing finishes. Jason Tatum, my goodness.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam King. MP finds Holmgren. Porzingis with the block. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's MP. Here's the draw. And MP throws it down hard.
That plays about two things: effort and awareness by MP to track down the board and get the bucket.
Outside Holiday. Back to Tatum. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Tatum's got 10 points here in the second half. Thunder trailing by 10. Holmgren with a screen on White. Here's MP. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Porzingis.
Well, the defense tries to collapse on MP's drive, but he just refuses to back out.
And he can't hit the second. Celtics leading by 9. Holiday with the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
And the D has gotten a little bit lax here defending the triple.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. You know, Doris, from the moment Jason Tatum entered the NBA, he has been the guy on his team. How big a burden do you think that is for a player to carry?
Well, Jason Tatum, regardless of how much responsibility he has always worn it gracefully. This young man, from the time he was a little kid in St. Louis, has dreamed of leading an NBA team. He is doing exactly that.
MP kicks to Smith. Shot clock at 6. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder with another miss.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
You know, Doris, few teams have tried to invite Brown to be a shooter. He's punished them each and every time.
And he's had to put in the work, Kevin, to make himself a legit perimeter threat. And listen, the defense has to make choices. Athletically, this is one of the most gifted players in the league. If you're going to concede anything to Jalen, it'd probably be the three-point shot.
Holiday looking over the floor. Here's White. Hands the 12-footer. White's got the lead up to 13 now for Boston.
This, to me, is Derek White's sweet spot. That mid-range game is on point.
Here's Mack. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Mack. Holmgren the screen. Mack with the ball. Out-guarded by Porzingis. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And give credit to Holmgren for jumping all over that opportunity, putting his length to great use.
Brown outside. Tatum against Williams. Porzingis with a screen on Williams. Porzingis high post. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
And when Porzingis goes to work inside, Doris, there are not a lot of answers for his size.
We know, Kevin, obviously, that post-ups become less and less a part of the game, but still an important one opportunistically. And you talk about efficiency in the post, that is Kristaps Porzingis. But not only that, the mid-range game is there, the three-point game is there, and the defense is there. Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to MP. On the wing, MP. Holmgren sets the screen for MP. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets it go from deep. Offensive rebound. Pass to MP. Williams, a screen on Holiday. And here is Williams. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
I think the other thing we're seeing tonight is the floor spacing of this team. Boy, they are shooting the cover off the basketball all game.
Pritchard, he's checked in for Derek White. Pass to Holiday. The Celtics working the ball around now. They grabbed their own miss.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Oh, MP sinks the triple.
First three of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Outside Tatum. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. Celtics leading by 14. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. They've got Smith, Rui Hachimura out there with Lou George. Then it's MP, and it's Wallace in at the point guard position. Thunder trailing by 14. Smith with a screen on Tatum. Here's Mack. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
A quiet but confident player. MP is one of those guys that lets his play do the talking most of the time.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Boston shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Pass to Wallace. The 11-footer. Fires from deep. And MP with the basket on the assist by Wallace. Wallace has got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's Boston now. 17 points was their biggest margin. Collins against Smith. Now here's Tatum. Shot on the wing. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Smith's got his 8th rebound. Oh, the power on him. Threw down.
Well, great hustle from MP. That's recognizing an opportunity to beat everybody up the floor.
Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Tatum's shot is off. Thunder trailing by 8. Now Fontecchio. Pass to Tatum. Tatum draws the double. Tries again. Tatum using his size inside.
When you allow Jason Tatum to build momentum offensively, it can be a scary night.
Here's MP. Up and in on the layup. MP's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now this guy is cooking.
MP against Tatum. Pass to Fontecchio. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got his 5th assist in this one.
Well, Jason Tatum has proven he can score at the NBA level, but you want to see him share the basketball pretty fast.
And MP throws it down.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
All right, and wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum finds a way.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
Here's Mack. Pass to Smith. Collins with some nice D. Celtics leading by 11. Down low. Here's Walsh. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Hachimura with a screen on Tatum. Here's MP. And MP throws it down hard.
MP is cooking right now, and folks, this is exactly what we expected from this young man.
The Celtics have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Pass to Fontecchio. Here's Pritchard. 5 on the clock. Dort grabs the miss. And so it's Dort with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. 11-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
The Celtics making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Here's Mack driving inside. He can't hit that time. Celtics leading by 9. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Walsh. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Wow, Chet Holmgren sending it back. He is willing to take on any kind of challenge.
My goodness, that dunk from MP is usually what you see on the blacktop.
Tatum with it, and it's Wallace picking him up. Now Holiday. Here's Pritchard. At the elbow, Collins. The shot's good, and the Celtics lead by 9.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's MP. Jason Tatum grabs the board. Tatum's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Collins. Back to Tatum. Got a piece of it. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And here we go. MP heading to the hoop. Goes back up. Williams, that's good.
You can see Jalen Williams' speed on display right there. Gets out to score on the fast break.
Boston leading by 7. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Over Wallace. Tatum no good.
And a nice job of utilizing his body to get around the defender, but that's just a tough one to knock down consistently.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You can see Jason.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
From the stripe, and it's White missing. Williams, a screen on White. And Mack kicks to Holmgren. Good, and a nice assist from Mack. MP's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Outside Holiday. White against MP. Porzingis can't hit. Thunder trailing by 6. Back to Mack. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. White with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Brown against Smith. And Holiday kicks to Tatum. And the rejection by Holmgren.
You love that Holmgren likes to send it back. Use that wingspan to full effect.
2 on the clock. There's Brown with the 3. Drills it from outside. Brown's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Oklahoma City's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer. Again, the Thunder score.
Well, Gilgeous-Alexander becoming more and more reliable as a jump shooter. With everything else in his game, look out.
Now here's White. Pass to Holiday. Porzingis sets the pick for Holiday. Boston needs to get off a shot, and goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Matt. Floats it up for Holmgren. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Holmgren gets up off his feet in a hurry. A little bit of athleticism on display.
Brown against Smith. Porzingis with a screen on Smith. There's Brown with the three. That doesn't go either for Brown. Under trailing by 7. Here's Holmgren. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Jason Tatum.
And that 7-foot frame of Holmgren makes him so difficult to guard.
That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that trims the lead to 6.
Boy, he'd sure like to have that misback. Hard to chip away at a lead when you're leaving freebies at the line.
Outside Tatum. 1:29 left in the 4th quarter. And the rejection by Holmgren. And it's out of bounds, and last touch by Holmgren. And the Celtics with possession here. 17 points was their biggest margin.
But I love the determination, guys. It's simply not there for him right now.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
And MP throws it down.
MP absolutely sure of himself in that instance, and the young man delivers.
Brown against Smith. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
MP against White. Williams gets a screen from Mack. 6 on the shot clock. A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart.
.32 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And so they foul intentionally. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that puts them up by 5. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
Holmgren sets the screen for MP. Off target from outside. And he commits the intentional foul. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he ends up making the second, and that increases their lead to 6. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They trail by 6. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
They need a quick basket here.
Well, preferably a 3, right? If there's a clean look, take it.
The Thunder with another miss. And they go to the intentional foul. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big...
Season's not over. Plenty of time left.